Hi, and welcome to Photography by Daniel. Today I'm going to be sharing some editing tips that I do using Portrait Professional Studio 64. And this is a great product to use for headshots, corporate headshots, or maybe you have an individual that has some blemishes or they want you to clean up for whatever reasons. In addition, if there's a bride that are going to have large photos or they have any special requests, this is a great tool. So let's get started. So first you're going to open up your program, and I'm just going to select the image and just drag and drop it in here. I'm using a split screen system, and so I have some images off to the right here. Anyways, it looks really grainy here, and I know that's going to be, some people, that kind of throws it off. For some reason the program does that, but actually the image itself is 16 megabytes, as you can see right there on the left, and it's, it was a photo that I recently took here a couple weeks ago. So the resolution and everything of the photo is going to be fantastic. It's not a problem. So let's get started. Here are some things that I do. So basically you're just going to say it's a female. You're going to right click, and or click at the left of the eye, and it really just walks you through it. And then I'll say tip of the nose, left corner of the mouth, right corner of the mouth, and really it's just going to find the eye and everything. Even over here to the right, you're seeing where it's telling you to kind of outline it with it, so it's pretty cool. It's a very user-friendly system, and this is just part of it. A lot of people, now you can just hit your space bar to kind of just go to the next one and help straighten it up just a little bit. Some people use a tablet, like a bamboo tablet with a pen or something like that to work through this. Right now I'm just using my mouse. Okay, the mouth is open. Okay, we're going to adjust the nose just a little bit here, get this a little tighter. Right there. Okay, and sometimes it lines up pretty good, and this is not bad at all. Bump it up just a little bit. Boom. And as you can see, again, it's telling you, even when you highlight these areas, these green areas, it's going to tell you where exactly. So sometimes, depending on the angle of the subject, it will, you're not sure exactly where it goes, and it will just kind of help you. And that's looking good. Alright, so let's go ahead and render for a second. Okay, so you can already see it did some presets and kind of already did it over here on the side. You can kind of just tell it what you want it to do. I personally go in here and touch it up on each area that I want. So first thing I do is I always open up to see where the affected area is, and I just kind of take my mouse and I just kind of go back over the areas. So if I tell it to like soften up the skin or whatever, it's going to do that. And it's not just subject to health. I mean, if you have someone with a low-cut dress or shirt or whatever, and you want to soften up the skin, you can definitely do that. And then right in here, I'm going to change my brush size just a little bit. Go underneath those eyes. Boom, boom. Okay, and if you notice, I accidentally got her hair here a little bit. That technically would not be affected, but if that was another person, if there's multiple people in the photo, this is really not going to show up on her hair. But another person, it would impact their skin tone and all that good stuff. So I'm going to just go say okay. So the first thing that I do is I always go up to the touch-up brush. I look at my strength. I always kind of keep that low. One thing to always remember when dealing with these type of editing is that it's very easy to go from a subtle look to a very unrealistic fake look. Some people want that, remove all wrinkles, remove all blemishes, whatever. But really, this subject doesn't have a lot of blemishes or anything. However, I'm just going to go ahead and work under our eyes here just a little bit, and just kind of get those life lines there, or laugh lines rather. Okay, I'm just going to kind of brush back and forth. And with each stroke, I'm actually, so right now I'll hold down the mouse, I'll let go. I'll hold down the mouse, I'll let go. I don't just keep holding the mouse down for the whole duration. So, okay, so other than that, that doesn't look bad at all. I think that's, other than this graininess, it's going to go away once it actually renders the final photo. Alright, next I'm going to go into here, and if you're using a Mac Magic Mouse, you have to be careful how you scroll, because sometimes it'll just automatically change your settings for you. One thing I do like about this is that you can actually go over and it'll tell you what you want to change, and it'll give you some examples of how to do that. But I already had a preset going in there, and so it's pretty neat how it does stuff. And this hue is actually pretty cool. I like that as well. Like, see, she has a little bit of red to her. I could take that out, but I mean, this is at 5 o'clock, on a couple weeks ago. So let me see here. It's going to be pretty bright and warm out there. Let's see, shine. If I was using studio lighting and I had some shine here on her nose or on her cheekbones, I might brush that away or clone it out just to get that off of there. We could give her more of a tan, make her a little darker if we wanted to, but I am just going to leave it back where it was. Alright, right there. Eye control is one of the main things I do go into. I always sharpen the eyes just a little bit. It just gives it that much more clarity. When people look at photos, they always look at the eyes. And I always bump up the whiteness and the brightness of the eyes. You can see right there, that's just way too much. So you just really want to just kind of give it a little bit, and it's just going to give it that crisp look. Eyebrows I don't really mess with. I mean, some people might need it, but not in the subject. If we want to remove reflection of the pupil, you could do that, but I don't really mess with that too much. We can darken the pupil area and do things. You can actually change her eye color if we wanted to. I don't really do that stuff too much, but I mean, you can definitely do that. But it just has a lot of neat features in here that it just makes it great. Okay, and then next I go into mouth control. And once again, I always just kind of bump the whiteness of the teeth, brighten the teeth. I don't get over crazy with it, and then always, just adjust a little bit. Alright, we could change lip color, shape the mouth a little bit if we wanted to, but we're just gonna, leave it alone. We're not gonna really do too much with it. So, another thing is if you're trying to use a slider bar and it's not working out too well for you, you can just go ahead and put it back where it was, and it'll go from there. Alright, and that was a mistake. See, that's what I was just saying, just about that mouse. Alright. Okay, so we'll do that. So we can also do hair control. I mean, it's going to give you a warning right here saying basically you can change the hair and enhance it and all that. I only do that playing around. I really don't have... I've never had a subject or someone wanting to do that. Picture control, you can control shadows and things like that as well. But anyways, for the majority, this is going to be pretty much my final product. I mean, you can zoom in to fit the screen. You could go back, look at it and see what's going on. See if there's anything else. If I wanted to, I could go in here into the arm and do that as well. As a matter of fact, I will do that just to make sure that we have that consistency of smoothness, and go from there. Okay, so next we're just going to go ahead, and you can have the choice of saving it as a JPEG or a TIFF. I'm just going to go ahead and just save as a JPEG here in a second. If you have multiple faces in here, you can just enhance another face. If there's something in here that you don't like, you can go back and fix it, and it's not a problem. It will save your points. So let's go ahead and do a save as JPEG. Okay, let's view the befores and afters. Portrait Professional Studio 64 retails for approximately $119. You can constantly see coupons for 10% off in magazines and things like that. Highly recommended, and appreciate you for watching. Have a great day.